Well, I am back in the Make It Happen by Being You studio, and I've actually got two of our speakers together because they're going to be on stage together, which is very exciting. So, hi Petra and hi Karen.
Hi.
Hey, Ali.
Good to see you both. Let me start by asking Petra. Petra, could you tell us a bit of your story around what you do and who you are?
Certainly can. So I started off as a personal trainer. Well, I didn't start as a personal trainer. I started as a baby, but when I grew up, I became a personal trainer. And as I got older, my clients got older, and we came across different issues. One of those being cancer. And so I requalified as a cancer and exercise rehabilitation specialist. Try saying that when you've had a glass of wine. And then what came with that was surgical menopause. So I decided that I'd learn more about that too. I was also going through my own perimenopause at the time, and here I am now, a menopause coaching specialist, helping ladies who either naturally have hit menopause or surgically, and taking them through the journey that is menopause.
Yeah, yeah, that never ends.
It never ends.
The
It never
never
ends.
ending journey.
People think it does end, and it doesn't end, but it doesn't have to be a miserable time. There are things that we can put into place that make it a much, much happier, more pleasant place to be.
Brilliant, thank you. And Karen, you've obviously worked with women that are sometimes have gone through are going through perimenopause, but mainly are in a space with a lot of stress. So tell us about your what you do and who your clients are.
Yeah, that's correct, Ali. So I came from very much a corporate background, mostly in the tech space, the hustle, the stress, the pressure. I too went through my own journey with perimenopause while in that world and found it really, really difficult. And so I went back and I retrained in functional nutrition. And I'm using that to help women manage a lot of people I work with are in perimenopause where they're, dealing with the kind of a lot of the roller coaster of the fluctuations, also dealing with women post-menopause, but mostly I center around helping them navigate it through using tools like functional nutrition. And I also train male leaders so they can help retain and support their female employees.
Amazing. You're both talking similar sort of topics, which is why you're sharing the stage. So give us an overview, Petra, of your part of the conversation.
Okay, well, on a normal day-to-day basis, I cover all the pillars of menopause and also go into workplaces and talk about how workplaces can help women. And so there's a bit of a crossover there between what Karen and I do. So we thought I'd do something completely different, and I would talk about genitourinary syndrome, which for women, for us kind of older women, we would have referred to it as dry vagina, but it's actually so much more than that. It's even been renamed because it's so much more than that, and that's what I'm bringing to the stage at the conference is explaining what it is, the effect that it has on us, and what we can do about it.
Okay. So Karen, I'm interested to hear how your talk sort of dovetails.
Yeah, I mean, I think we do both, work with menopause and all of that, but I think we bring very complementary things to the table, right, Petra? And
Yeah.
for me, given my background as well, and I'm still very close to that corporate world, my passion is still very much around helping women in that and retaining. And so my journey of leaving I say it's really a 30-year career, right? And quite a lucrative career to start like literally from nothing all over again. And sometimes when I say that, I go, what the hell? And I guess I want to share that journey as well by also inspiring other women because I think not only is menopause a shift in terms of what happens to your body, and I think reasons myself and Petra are standing here right now because part of that is probably reason why we are passionate about this and doing this, and also taking different leaps in our own personal journey and career journey, right? Petra also started out doing something different as well. And I think the transition is so much more than just hot flushes and all of that. I think it's kind of a bit like a rebirth, and I feel my story and using my story to kind of talk about that and bring some light to that rather than sometimes the negative side of it. So that's sharing my journey around making the shift, and really perimenopause was at the center of all of that.
Yeah, because as women, we do, well, as people, we do go through different phases of our lives, different seasons, different times of our lives. The conference is called Make It Happen by Being You. So what does being you mean? Karen, I'll ask first.
I, strangely, I think it's taken me to my 50s to be me, it's, and I can know Petra's probably feeling the same way. It's like you just kind of go through all the BS over the years, and you've kind of gone along with things in many ways for whatever reasons. Maybe it's out of fear of financial security, and then you kind of get to this point in menopause, and I think in your 50s where you just kind of go, you know what, I'm going to do what it means, something for me that means authentic, if you want to use that word, but something that that's me, that's really genuinely me now, and
Yeah.
whatever risk that comes with it, right?
Yeah, yeah, something that lights you up is your passion.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
Petra, what does it mean to you? Make it happen by being you.
Karen just pretty much, spoke from my heart as well. There's been a lot of changes for me in my 50s, a lot. Um, Changing countries, changing my relationship, changing my work, focusing more on different things, and being comfortable with who I am, not trying to please everybody else, not trying to people please all the time, not trying to get validated all the time for who I am and what I do. This is me. Like it, don't like it, quite honestly, I don't care. It doesn't matter, because this is it. And I think that for a lot of us, if we've had children, the children are grown up and they're looking after themselves. We may or may not have been in a relationship for a long time, looking at him sat on the sofa wondering why his breathing is bothering me so much. When did his chewing start to drive me insane? And thinking, is this what I want? Life's very, very short. Am I truly happy with what I'm doing, where I am, the situation I'm in? And if not, if you don't change it now, then when?
As you can tell from the short clips with Petra, it's going to be a funny presentation.
Oh, no, when people say, "Oh, here's Petra, she's really funny," and then you're not.
No pressure,
I mean,
then
if that
Petra.
gets a laugh, I'll be
Yeah,
all
no
right.
pressure. And no pressure for the
No
other
pressure.
person on the
Yeah, no
stage
pressure.
either.
Yeah. So on a side note, I have taken up comedy as a bit of a hobby, which I've done it for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because when I was doing my workshops, people would say, "Oh God, you're hilarious! You really should be on stage." And secondly, because I wanted to show women, particularly, but not just women, but I'm going to refer to women because this is about women. It's International Women's Conference. It's not about guys, but for any of us, try something new. Get out your comfort zone and try something new, because it's the scariest thing I've ever done. But also the most exhilarating, the most satisfying. It's just been a crazy experience, and I've never been so terrified in all my life. So I have absolutely no idea why I've agreed to sign up and do another comedy show, but I have. So yeah, along with the full-time job, I'm also busy creating something that I hope is going to be funny.
Well, that fits in quite nicely with my final question, which is, what are your thoughts on equity for women?
We have come a long way. Is there further room for improvement? Absolutely, of course there is. Be good at what you do, be passionate about what you do, be real, be authentic, be you, and push for the things that you want what more can we do? You know, it's a constant battle, it's a constant fight. If we're talking about in the world of health, then you know, healthcare was made for men by men. Women have struggled for a long time now to even get the basic care of hormone therapy, but it's better than it was. Is it going to be where it should be in my lifetime? Probably not. But we've just got to keep putting up the good fight.
Yeah. And Karen? Because obviously you've come from a corporate background as well, so you will have seen.
Yeah. I think in many ways, you know, as Petra said, things have, you know, we've come a long way. I also do think that menopause is also taking us back a little bit. You know, there's more women in the workplace, and, you know, as a result, there's more women also going through perimenopause, right? So I think we need to, how we manage that and how we navigate that. Women are often leaving as a result, or they're, even if they're not leaving during that time because of what's going on, they're also having lots of things like the conversation we just had, you know, about what lights us up as well, right? Um, and I still think we've got a lot of work to do, especially in the corporate space, especially when the industries I came from, tech, and then also finance, still felt very male heavy. And then of course now we've got AI, which is, you know, which is also in itself quite biased. So we got to be really careful how we navigate all this in the next few years.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me on the YouTube. I will be sharing below this video a link to the conference. If you want to come and meet Petra and Karen and our other speakers, do make sure you book for the 6th of March at the Meehan in La Cala de Meehan. We look forward to seeing you there.